Hey there everybody, I'm Jason the Cartoon Fan, and for this video, I'm just gonna cut straight to the chase. There's a pretty big change in my life right now, and I think it's going to have an effect on my YouTube channel, though hopefully not too big of an effect. In case you haven't been paying attention to the most recent posts on both my YouTube community tab and my official Twitter page, ever since this past Thanksgiving, my room has been in the process of being completely torn down and rebuilt because, unfortunately, the ground below had completely rotted out, and so my room essentially had to be redesigned from scratch in order to meet safety regulations. Thankfully though, my house has a guest room, so when the time came for the demolition and reconstruction of my own room, I just moved into the guest room. I've been staying in the guest room for 7 months now, but since I never actually had to leave my own home, things haven't really changed that much in regards to my daily routine, which is good because it's hard for somebody on the autism spectrum like myself to have to deal with a bunch of different changes at once. However, my old room is pretty much ready for me to move back into now. While I'm definitely happy to have some space to myself again, my old room is not going to look exactly the same as it did in November of 2021. I want to stress that my room hasn't merely been rebuilt, it's also been redesigned. So all of the shelving I have in my room is completely different from how it was 7 months ago. During my time in the guest room, the vast majority of my collectibles went into storage because I didn't see the point in moving everything to the new room if I was just going to move back into my old room a few months later. Or at least that's what I thought until I found out about my room's new shelving system. Remember all those cool shelves I had across the walls and within my closet that allowed me to store all kinds of different neat little knickknacks? Well, those are all gone. The people in charge of redesigning and rebuilding my room replaced them with exactly 3 new shelves. A big one and 2 medium-sized ones. In other words, I now have far less storage space than I did before. And yes, that is where the effect I foreshadowed earlier comes into play. Basically, I now only have enough room for half of my collectibles. And since I don't want to end up on the next episode of Hoarders, the other half is going away. Basically, if an item I have isn't something that I use regularly, is super rare, is part of a series that I own the complete collection of, or I have a strong attachment to, it's going away. Good thing I already did entire ridiculously long videos showcasing every single aspect of my merchandise collection, while also continuing to regularly make update videos whenever I have new additions to the collections, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to cover a lot of the stuff you saw in those videos now. And now for the $1 million question. What does all of this have to do with my YouTube channel? Well, since showcasing new additions to my merchandise collection was a regular staple of my YouTube channel until fairly recently, I'm obligated to make an official announcement here and now that unfortunately those videos are no longer going to be made, at least for the time being. I've already decided that the 2 medium-sized shelves are going to be used to store whatever toys and books I have left after sorting out everything. And I'm going to be extremely cautious when it comes to finding new stuff that I might be interested in getting. Because, again, I do not want to be a hoarder. Ah, but notice how I only said toys and books. Yep, I'm still going to be regularly collecting DVDs and Blu-rays. I don't buy toys to play with them anymore. And while reading books is a nice, healthy pastime, I don't really need to own a bunch of them in printed form when I now have a Kindle and I can just download a bunch of books onto it for offline reading. But DVDs and Blu-rays are things that I'll always have a use for. Sure, streaming services are more convenient when it comes to being able to instantly access my favorite shows and movies, but what if you can't pay for a specific subscription anymore? Or what if your internet goes down? Or what if a specific show, episode, or movie you want to watch is taken off of a streaming service? None of these issues are present with physical media. If you buy a TV show or movie on DVD and or Blu-ray, then it's yours to keep and watch forever. As long as you still have a compatible player, there's no strings attached. So yeah, I have a perfectly good reason to hold on to every DVD and Blu-ray I own and continue to buy new additions to my collection of physical media. And so the big shelf in my room is going to be dedicated to storing everything I currently own on DVD and Blu-ray. Oh, and I guess my Nintendo Switch video game collection too. I completely forgot about it until after I had already started filming this video. I know there are going to be a fair amount of you viewers who will be disappointed by the official discontinuation of my toy and book showcase videos, but I'm still going to be collecting something. So it isn't like I'm not going to be making any new videos featuring my trademark ramblings at all anymore. I hope you all understand where I'm coming from, and hopefully will continue to support me in the future, no matter how uncertain it may be. The next time you see and hear me in one of my own videos, I'll be doing a quick rundown of my room's updated features, including a look at all of the collectibles I decided to hold on to. And then, I know a lot of people are going to be excited about this, I'll finally do an updated version of my video in which I do an overview of every single title I currently own on both DVD and Blu-ray. Ring those notification bells if you haven't already turned them on, because you don't want to miss that one. Until then, this is Jason the Cartoon Fan, signing off.